This is verse 1 of the 14th chapter of the Gospel of Matthew. We left Jesus departing from his hometown in the previous chapter, and he presumably is returning to Capernaum, which functioned as his de facto headquarters. But now Matthew wants to introduce us to a separate topic which plays a role at this point, having to do with the ruler, the tetrarch as he was called over this region. So we have en preposition with the demonstrative pronoun akenos. This is the dative, masculine singular, so in that. To, the definite article, the, and kairo, from kairos means time, as in a particular era, a time of some significance or a season, something like that. It's sometimes rendered that way. So in that, the season, of course, we don't translate the definite article used idiomatically with demonstrative pronouns. So in that time, that season, that time frame, akusen, this is from akuo here, third person singular aorist, active indicative, he heard. Subject is Herodes. This is Herod. This is Herod Antipas, who was ruling in the north. He ruled over both Galilee and also Perea, which was the region to the east of the Jordan. He was not technically a king, but sometimes was called a king as a kind of courtesy. But he was actually a tetrarch, as he was called. So then, in that hour, Herod, the definite article, tetrarches, the tetrarch, the ruler of a fourth, literally. So he heard, Herod heard. Tain, accusative, this is the direct object, akuane, from akuo. I hear, this is a noun form, so he heard. The reputation is the idea, the things that come by way of hearing. The fame is the way it's sometimes rendered, heard of the fame of Jesus. So Herod, who of course is aware of the region that he's ruling over, becomes aware of this individual who's getting quite a bit of following fame. This, as I say, was Antipas. He was the youngest son of Herod the Great. In one of Herod's wills, he named him a successor to his throne, but on his last will, he amended that and made him only a tetrarch of the region of Galilee on the west of the Jordan, and then Perea on the east. Antipas wasn't really legally a king. He sometimes got that title by a courtesy, but Antipas was really very much cut out of the same mold as his father, Herod the Great. He was sly, he was ambitious, he was liked to live in luxury, but he lacked the political competence of his father. He was actually deposed by Caligula some years later in AD 39. This was when his wife, Herodias, you probably know the backstory there, had urged him to go to Rome to try to obtain the title of king. And Caligula was so offended by that he actually deposed him at that point. And so that was pretty much the end of his career. But he does play a role at this point, and is interested in Jesus, and is somewhat superstitious about what exactly is the significance of this man whose reputation has come to his attention.